Hi, Chirag. Thank you for joining me here today for this interview for the India Global Business. For the benefit of my viewers, Chirag Dagli is the co-founder and the director of Communications Crafts, and we are here to know more about him, his company, their foray into the different geographies globally, as well as how they managed to enter the UK and establish themselves here in the UK as well. So, Chirag, welcome to this episode of the India Global Business, and we
Thanks
are
a
happy
lot,
to have you
Param,
here
for
with
having me.
us.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you. Chirag, tell me, more about yourself. Tell us a bit of your background and where this is all started.
Yeah, so, I'm Chirag Dagli, based out of Ahmedabad. We run, between me and my partner Karthik, run this company called Communication Crafts. It's a very interesting setup. It's a combination of digital marketing services and digital technologies. So, just to tell you a little bit about myself, so we of course studied together in HL, and I honestly speaking, I don't know about you, but I did commerce because I thought it's going to be a lot of fun. The college time is going to be a lot of fun, so that's why I did it. But after that, things got serious, and I really started thinking about what to do. I came across this amazing program at MICA, which is a program in advertising. So it felt very exciting to me. I joined MICA, and I did this course, and I got into the world of marketing. So 2002, I got out of MICA, and then I worked for three and a half years or so. And then I started this company, Communication Crafts. And around the same time, so both me and Karthik, my partner, we come from the same school. But then he took a very different path, and he went into science, and he studied software development, etc. And he did a job somewhere. In 2005, we came together. We thought, at that time, where advertising and technology were completely different verticals, definitely in India, but across the world actually. And we thought that, after doing a few projects, we felt that these verticals are going to fuse in the future. So so all your Facebook, etc., were not even around prominently at that time. Even Google was pretty small. So, but we felt that this is really coming up. It makes life simpler for a lot of people, definitely for marketers. We thought both of these verticals are going to fuse. So then we said, why don't we do something together? We can do a combination of services where we do digital marketing services and we do technology services for the same client. And we started Communication Crafts. Initially, we found it very difficult to find clients who understood. In fact, most of the major agencies in Ahmedabad and later on in India started outsourcing their technology work to us, their digital marketing work to us, because it was a very small portion of the pie for them. So it was not much for them, but it gave us immense exposure. It gave us the opportunity to work with some of the biggest brands out there. For example, we worked with Airtel and Asian Paints and Reliance and so many of them. So we got a lot of exposure. And we kind of got um, more clear that this is definitely the way to go for us. And then from then on, we've kind of grown. It's a team of around 180, 190 people right now that we've got here in Ahmedabad. And then we have clients all across. So we have a lot of clients in India, and apart from India, we have clients in UK, in Middle East, in US. So all of these different geographies we've kind of explored in so many years.
Great.
A decade and a half it has been.
Just for the reference of my viewers here, Micah is the I am Ahmedabad of communications when it comes to communications and advertising, and going to Micah itself is a huge opportunity in itself, and I'm sure that's where the idea of looking at communications as an industry came up with you. But tell us more about the journey of Communications Craft. In 2005, you guys started, you said you now close to 200 employees, not just in Ahmedabad, but you now have, presence in different geographies as well. I'll come to the geographies a bit later, but we want to go more about how business has changed between 2005 and now. and how have you guys done so far?
So, like I said, when we started, was we found it very difficult to sell this idea of doing technology and marketing and digital and creative, fusing all of them together, and catering as one. But we did find a lot of takers. We did some of the earliest campaigns that has happened in Gujarat on digital front. For example, when one of the prominent, if you probably know, Adani Shantigram is one of the largest townships actually in India, not just in Gujarat. So when they started, they wanted to attract a lot of buyers from across the world. And we said we can set it up a global marketing campaign for you. We can tap into this huge opportunity. India, of course, in terms of property, is a very attractive market for a lot of people outside. So we did a major campaign for them, and similarly, we did a lot of campaigns initially. So that was kind of a starting point. Also, since we had a few references, a few friends which are traveling, which were learning, completing their masters abroad, etc. So we got a few opportunities. Dubai, one very interesting project that we got was from one of the top 10 jewelers in Dubai. So he wanted, again in 2007 and 8, he wanted to start an e-commerce portal in Dubai. Again, these were very early days, and you would not believe, but the banks or the delivery partners that we had back then did not even have a policy of how to cater to somebody who has an e-commerce business.
So
So
interesting.
yeah, so since our client was very well reputed, very big brand in Dubai, so he kind of forced the banks that this is really the future. You should really develop some support system for e-commerce businesses. And we started the first e-commerce website in Dubai, which is selling jewelry online. And when I say jewelry, you're talking about individual items which are $8,000 or $15,000 and that kind of a cost.
Interesting.
So yeah, so it was very interesting. In fact, we realized that only providing the technology or marketing is not going to be sufficient. So Karthik, in fact, actually shifted to Dubai
Okay.
for a while to support the client and make sure that the website which we built actually grows and expands. And we started receiving amazing response, not just from Dubai, but from entire GCC countries. So again, a lot of exposure, a lot of excitement came into what we are doing. And then from then on, we've got a lot of references. It's been very exciting. 2011, I came to UK. Again, we thought that this is a market that we should really look at. Again, we were recommended by some of our friends, and I moved to UK for a year to explore that what all opportunities we can get. And to be honest, it was not very successful trip at that point. I could manage just a few clients here and there, and our India business itself was growing. So then I shifted back to India. But the few clients that we had connected, you know, they kept on giving us business. They kept coming back. Also, we got a lot of references. Also, we realized that working with clients who are international, it's a very different experience. It also requires you to have different set of skills. But it was very exciting, as in we could learn a lot on how to work in a very structured way. Also, we realized that if you deliver results, then they really value services. So we got
Absolutely.
a lot of references all throughout, and that really kind of opened up the entire global landscape for us.
So
So
you mentioned
that's
about,
how.
yes. So one of course is the the difficulties of being the first mover are always there. But now I believe you are also reaping the benefits of being the first mover, of combining communication and technology together, from being some a company that had come up with the first e-commerce website for jewelers in the Middle East to what you guys do now. You mentioned about Dubai, you mentioned about UK, and I understand that you are now have a huge clientele, which is international client from US, UK, Europe, Middle East, and many more geographies. So tell us about your international journey, and how has this journey been? You said you and your partner have actually lived in different geographies to learn more about it and then deliver. So how has this journey been for you guys?
So we started with doing some outsourcing work, like a lot of us here in India do. But the moment some of our clients suggested, why don't you come across and meet us? And the moment we went across and met them, understood their setup, their environment, we realized that it's not going to happen if we just sit there on the other side of the phone. We'll have to understand their world, their business, how they operate, for us to although we already had skills, and technology marketing pretty much remains the same all across, but there are nuances that you'll have to understand in order to really cater to them in a way that excites them more than you. So that's what really happened in earlier stints in Middle East and in later on in UK. And that really helped us kind of mold our services to their specific requirements. And we also understood the temperament, the expectations that they have. But one thing where I believe we've been amazingly lucky is that we've always got clients which are very supportive. And also, whenever we've delivered results, we've got a lot of references. So, it made expansion in that sense pretty easy for us. In the initial phase, specifically when you are down, you don't have very limited marketing budget. Every time you come across, you're counting every penny that you're spending. So it becomes very, very difficult initially. And often, whatever you made in that particular project is actually gone in traveling only. But that's fine as long as you're learning. But we've got so many references from the client, so much encouragement from a client, even learning from a client. So one aspect of being in marketing, specifically for me, that has helped is I've worked directly with entrepreneurs. So there is so much learning apart from the money that you get for your services, so much learning that you get as a byproduct. So that has really helped, I believe, a lot to us.
Okay. You mentioned about you trying your hand at the UK market in 2011, not having too much of success. From there to now having an office here and having employed people here. How has UK as a market been for you? And tell us more about your journey in the UK market itself.
Well, so yeah, so while it was not really a trip which I would call a success, but there was huge learning that happened. Also, a few clients that we got, which were very small back then, uh, stuck with us. They kept on giving us business year after year, and also they kept on recommending us. So we kind of learned from them that a little bit of tweaking in our services, understanding of their expectation, completely transforms what we can achieve. So it is good that we did not achieve initial success, because then we got into a learning mode, understanding what really works, what doesn't. And that really completely helped us change our model, our deliveries, everything. Even the structure of the team that we have, who caters, who services the client, that also we kind of replaced. And that has really, really, really helped us. So UK today is our largest market, even bigger than India for us. So, so yes, it has really benefited. That learning definitely has benefited, and we have now a lot of clients, not just in London, where we were initially focused on, but across UK, including smaller places like Stoke-on-Trent, on so many small places in UK where they run. Being from India, we would rarely expect large, organized, structured companies to exist in tier 3, tier 4 towns. Absolutely. But in UK, I saw that even in small places, you have very exciting, very structured, businesses which are catering not just to their community, but they're catering across UK, often across Europe. So a lot of those kind of clients we've gathered over the years.
So now, if I have to put it, in numbers, you already have spent a decade in the UK market, starting from your first stint to what you guys have been doing now. And that gives you a reason to also share your experiences about the UK market with young entrepreneurs or people who are looking to expand into the UK market. What are some few tips or advice that you would want to give to businesses that are looking to expand into the UK or look at UK as a possible market for their products and services?
I think there is a lot for us to still learn and grow. But what has worked for us, I can tell you what has worked for us, and that is, having very structured and ethical working practices.
Mm-hmm.
Also in India, since we work with clients both in India and UK,
Mm-hmm.
um, what we've learned is in India, clients tend to be really hands-on, and they also expect you to be hands-on. They will give you last-minute tweaks, changes. They will want you, to be ready to, change the entire project in last 3 days.
Right.
So that's very different. Whereas in UK, we've seen that clients prepare months and months in advance for a project, and
Right.
which is amazing. So it's very rare that they will have some last-minute things coming up. So they also expect you to be very structured. They also expect you to take an approach which is very well thought out, very well planned, uh, very specific, may not seem very important, but I feel, whatever commitments you make, you always fulfill. That really, really makes a huge difference. So in India, clients would always expect you to make big commitment, and they also know that you're not going to fulfill them because they are beyond you. You know, in UK they are very, very understanding. They will tell you, you tell me what you can do and what you can't, and you be very upfront with them that this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. So we, as an organization, have adopted a policy that you under commit and over deliver. So if you do that, that really, really helps you grow very, very fast. It makes the sale a little difficult. And if you ask me, and since now we worked in multiple geographies, including in UK, US, in US, clients would give you their business very easily, but they would
Okay.
also go away very fast. But
Right.
in UK, they would ask 100 questions. They would want to, a lot of our clients would want to talk to other clients that we have in UK. So we provide them numbers. They would talk to them for 30 minutes before even giving us a contract. But once they are there with you, they'll stuck with you for years and years. So, they're both sides of the coin. But I think that's one of the reasons why we love, already that I keep coming to UK all the time. We love working with clients in UK because of these reasons.
Absolutely. That's one thing that's the beauty of this geography is that if businesses are committed to you as a client or as a partner, they would want to be with you. They would want to be committed and
Yeah,
stay with you for a longer duration until the marriage goes bad in some way. And they, of course, they also put in their own efforts to see to it that the marriage lasts longer. And I think that's the beauty where Indian businesses are also able to cater and deliver and flourish in the UK market because they understand this and also value this kind of a long-term relationship. Chirag,
absolutely.
one inevitable question that I had to ask you, and I'm sure this is not where I would want to end my chat with you, but it is important to talk to you. How has COVID been for you guys? You guys are working out of your homes, I'm sure, for the last 15 months plus. You not traveled to the UK for all of this time. And how have you been able to deliver here in the UK as well as how the COVID has been in terms of business for you in general as well?
Yeah, so it was very uncertain to start with because last year we had an entire year's calendar planned. We had multiple trips, we have multiple meetings set up with clients, etc., which completely went out of the window thanks to COVID, and it has stuck all across pretty much very severely. But we immediately adapted to the new scenario. So to give you an example, India, where most of the companies woke up, we already had shifted to home. So 3 days before the lockdown actually started, realizing that this is going to come, and we've kind of integrated so many new technologies to make the whole process very simpler for us and for our clients. We've also actually done a lot of trainings for our clients as to how they can pick up new technologies and make it easier to run their own businesses. But overall, apart from the uncertainties and a lot of challenges on personal fronts that our teams have seen, business wise, purely, if I say, it has actually not impacted negatively, but it has actually impacted positively. A lot of
Interesting.
clients that we were telling that digital is the future and you really need to invest in these technologies, you need to ready your businesses for future. kind of saw our point the moment this happened. So I believe whatever transition which was supposed to happen in over next two
Right.
to 5 years really actually happened in just 1 year. And we being there, supporting our clients from start to end, we kind of really got benefited because a lot of clients, in fact, today we don't have enough hands to cater to the client. So that's the challenge that we're facing. And we have to give them, dates that we can start something after 1.5 months, 2 months or so. But that's the kind of challenge that we're facing. So being in technology and digital space, and suddenly people realizing that this is the space where they need to be, I think that has really helped us. A lot of entrepreneurs whose own business have suffered, we've seen, and I've also been personally surprising, they've also seen that this is an opportunity for
Mhm.
them to really spare time. What happens, another thing that technology requires is a lot of time on the client's front also. So
Right.
they also have to give personal attention in the entire transition. So since
Absolutely.
they had time on their hands, they kind of said, okay, this is the right time, let us do it.
Okay.
Even if we have to go through some iteration, this is the time we can learn and do the trial and error right now. So
Okay.
that has happened.
I
So
completely agree.
lot of
I completely agree to what you said. That COVID, while it had had its fair share of problems that it presented, adoption of technology and digital mediums has gone up multiple times, and that's the best outcome that businesses could have seen. That I'm think, what, as you rightly said, it was going to take 5 years to get the client on board for a digital medium, and he's now on board already, and it's a good thing that has
yeah.
happened. That's the positive. And of course, one thing I was very happy to hear is that you have a problem of plenty at this point, a very good space where entrepreneurs would want to be. And I think on that note, on a happy note, I would want to thank you for being here with us for this interview, and thank you for sharing your views. And I'm sure to see you in the UK sometime soon when things go back to normal.
Yeah, I am planning for November. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, thank you.